Good morning and welcome everybody. It's the best day of the year. It's the best day of the week. It's the best day your life has ever known. It's NFL Sunday for NFL Week 6. Good morning to all of you. I hope you're having the best day ever. No matter the platform you're watching on, no matter where you are in our amazing world, we are live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And of course, you know, if it's an NFL Sunday, it's a pregame Sunday, it is going to be a fantasy football Q&A Sunday. It is so wonderful to be with you, no matter the channel, whether you're over on YouTube like Stivo's channel, whether you're on TikTok like Eric. It is so wonderful to be with you guys. I am back on the States, I am back on the East Coast, and I am ready for fantasy football. No more of this European game day bullshit. We are going to be live for the next 3 hours and 45 minutes answering your fantasy football questions. I'm going to be watching the NFL London game over on the side, but we're going to be answering your questions for the next 3 hours, 45 minutes. Before we get into it, couple of quick notes. Every time we get confetti on TikTok or every time we get a TikTok subscriber on TikTok, we are going to give away a pick today. If you want my picks every day for free, just DM me on Instagram. I give all of my picks away for free every single day, and they are updated on the SHARPZ app. So you can see every pick. If you don't want to wait around for individual picks, just DM me on Instagram. Buttfumble Sports, DM me on Instagram. I'm happy to give away my picks throughout the course of the morning. However, in the show, confetti, TikTok subscriber, that's how we're going to give away some picks. Other than that, this is going to be a Q&A show. It's going to be all about what you guys care about, which most likely is going to be your fantasy team and which lineup to go with. So, let's get into it, everybody. Make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, make sure you're with us every time we're live, and let's get at it, everybody. Eric Anderson, Baker or Fields? I lean towards Baker, maybe just barely. I know Fields' rushing yards could be the difference. Justin just became a first-time subscriber. Colby just became a 1-month subscriber. We have picks to give out. Because we've got 2 new TikTok subscribers, we have picks to give out, everybody. Great way to start our Sunday. I was wondering how long it would take us. Let's give out some early picks. First one is going to be for the Jaguars and Bears. I'm taking the under on this one. Jaguars and Bears, under 48.5. It is an alternative total. I moved it up. Jaguars, Bears, under 48.5. That's the first pick we're giving out and putting up on the big board. Let's give out another pick related to this game. Caleb Williams. I'm taking Caleb Williams over 224.5 passing yards. So I'm expecting a big game from the Bears passing game, but I'm not expecting a ton of points today. Jaguars and Bears under 48.5, but Caleb Williams over 224.5 passing yards. Let's get to your questions. Justin, don't spam the chat. I'd go Tracy Jr. Justin, don't spam the chat, but I would go Tracy Jr. on that one. Eric, would you start Slayton over Dell today? No, start Tank Dell. Tank Dell is the better start today. Wingman, pick 2. I would go Tracy and Pollard. Wingman over on Twitch, Tracy and Pollard. Oscar Meyer, I'd go Antonio Gibson just barely. Antonio Gibson over Tank Bigsby just barely. Getting to more fantasy questions, Colby. Do I bench Breece and start James Conner? No, start Breece Hall. He's got a great matchup against the Bills. Zane, should I start Dell over Pickens? I'm leaning towards yes. I think Diggs has a monster game. Appreciate you guys being with us. Curve M. Sermon or Moss? I lean Sermon just barely. I lean Sermon. Brandon Jones, I'd go Keenan Allen. Brandon Jones, Keenan Allen just barely. Stivo's channel, I really don't like either one, Dobbins or Deontay Johnson. I'm not high on either one of them today. If you're trying to talk me into one of them, I think I lean just slightly towards the J.K. Dobbins side, but to be honest, I don't feel good about it either way this week. Adrian Got Ways, I'd go Pittman and Chuba Hubbard. Adrian Got Ways, I'm going to switch that. Adrian Got Ways, I'll go Kirk and Hubbard. Adrian Got Ways, I'll go Kirk and Hubbard. R. Lopez, W. The rain in Green Bay. Should I start Kirk Cousins over Love? I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a very big game, so I would say yes. Yes, I would. Get your questions in. Zane, Etienne, or Bucky? I'm probably leaning Bucky Irving just barely, but I don't feel a really high confidence level on that one. D. Turner, 96. 1.5 PPR for tight end. Do I start Tracy or Ingram? I would still start Tracy. I think Tracy's the better play given the Bengals' run defense. Appreciate you guys being with us. Justin, Mooney or Jamison Williams? Mooney. Are only subscribers allowed to comment? Because that shouldn't be the case. If you're a non-subscriber, let's make sure we're getting everybody's chat. It's not supposed to be a subscriber-only show. So if you're a non-subscriber, throw your question in the chat just to make sure I can get it. I'm not seeing them, so I'm going to stop down and make sure. We'll start again. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. We are just getting things loaded up here. I want to make sure we're not doing a subscriber-only show, because actually that wasn't my intention. Yep, it was. I wasn't trying to do that to everybody. So let's get back going live with that. Let's go over to some questions now. Shonk 13, I'd go McBride. Shonk 13, Eileen McBride. Raymond Garcia. I don't like any of them this week, Raymond Garcia, to be fair. I'll probably go with Bucky Irving, but Raymond Garcia, I don't like any of them this week. Flappo 328, I'd go Tracy. Flappo 328, I'd go Tracy. By the way, sorry for those that were watching the show that couldn't comment. We don't do subscriber-only shows on Sunday mornings, so throw your questions, your comments in the chat here to help you out. Rose Dog, I lean slightly, I think, towards Laporta, believe it or not. Rose Dog, I lean Laporta. Ryan Allen, tough question. I'd go Jamison Williams and Slayton. Ryan Allen, Jamison Williams and Slayton. Michaela, start 2. I would start Gibbs, and I'm leaning slightly towards Spears, believe it or not. Gibbs and Spears, I think, are the 2 I'd play. Wingman, Bills or Bears defense. I'm leaning slightly, I think, towards the Bears defense. I could see the Jets having a bit of a bounce back week. A. Stanley, 1580. I'd go Olave. A. Stanley, I'd go Olave just barely over Najee Harris. Adrian Gottways, I'd go Pitts over Goddard. Pitts over Goddard. Now that we're getting everyone's question in, should make the morning a little interesting. Reminder, we are giving out picks every time we get live goal confetti on TikTok or every time we get a subscriber on TikTok, like Cook. Cook just threw some confetti in the air because Cook's like, I want to pick, and I want to pick right now. Let's make sure we give out one for this Jaguars and Bears game. DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore to go over 55.5 receiving yards. DJ Moore over 55.5 receiving yards. It pairs nicely with the Caleb Williams over 224.5 receiving passing yards rather. So those are 2 player prop bets we put on the board, along with Jaguars, Bears under 48.5. Rich Matthews, DJ Moore. Rich Matthews, DJ Moore. Daniel, between Wicks and Adunze, I think it's a coin flip. I lean Wicks just barely, but both have good matchups. Both should have good games. Dominic Smith, I go Najee Harris. Dominic Smith, Najee Harris. Mail Kassad, I'd go with the Titans defense, believe it or not. It's close between Broncos. It's close between Broncos and Titans for me. I think the Saints offense is a little bit better than we think, even with Spencer Rattler. I like the Broncos defense, but I'm going Tennessee Titans. Number 1 pass defense in the league. I'm leaning Titans just barely. Rich Matthews, we answered that one. DJ Moore for you. Forbidden O, thanks so much, buddy. David Winter, I'd go Cousins just barely. Between Cousins and Burrow, both are good starts, but I lean Cousins. Chad White, I'd go Bigsby over Etienne. Bigsby over Etienne for me. Eric Anderson, I'd go Saquon and James Cook. Eric Anderson, Saquon and James Cook. R. Lopez, I'd go Steelers defense. R. Lopez, Steelers defense. Mr. Plow, I'm leaning towards the Chargers defense. Mr. Plow, Chargers defense. Ethan Ingram, I would go with Godwin. I'd go Wilson, Godwin, and Higgins. Wilson, Godwin, and Higgins would be the 3 for me. KCE, I'd go Sermon and Eileen Tolbert. Sermon and Tolbert would be the 2 for me. Deep XKJ, do you think JT is worth trading for? Acquiring him? Yes, I actually do like trying to get Jonathan Taylor right now with his value low. Mason, is Hawkinson back? I'm not aware of that. Is Hawkinson back? I lean towards Jake Ferguson anyways. Brendan Miller, I'd go Jacobs. Brendan Miller, I'd go Jacobs. Noah Weaver, I'm leaning slightly towards Allen and Slayton. Braylon Allen and Slayton would be the two for me. I am Lewis. I would lean just slightly, I think, towards Deshaun Watson, believe it or not. I think Deshaun Watson has the best matchup. B-Nels, I'd go Dell, and I'd go Ray McLeod. B-Nels, I'd go Dell. You know what, B-Nels? I'm going to go Dell and Flowers. I want that wide receiver one. Michaela Petro. I think I'm leaning towards Caleb Williams, Michaela. I'm leaning towards Caleb Williams. A Mole. I'd go McLaurin over Olave, just barely. Love both of them, but I'd go McLaurin over Olave, just barely. Cook threw more confetti. We owe another pick. Sorry, didn't see it. Cook threw another confetti. So we've got to give out 2 more picks for everybody watching the show. 2 more picks coming at you. Are you guys ready? Because the next pick's about to happen. It's going to be a sack play, everybody. A sack bet for the London game. I'm taking Josh Hines Allen. Josh, formerly known as Allen, it's now Josh Hines Allen, over 0.25 sacks. Bears offensive line, not good. They give up a lot of sacks. Josh Hines Allen, over 0.25 sacks. That just made the big board. Let me make sure we're emptying all of our picks for the London game. We have one more for you, and that is DeAndre Swift, over 17.5 receiving yards. Make sure you heard that correctly. That's DeAndre Swift, over 17.5 receiving yards. So here's a quick recap. We've put 5 picks on the board. All of them are for the London game. So listen up, everybody. We're going to recap the 5 picks we've given out so far. You have 15 minutes before that kickoff, so I want to make sure you're hearing them. We are taking the Jaguars and the Bears, under 48.5. Jaguars and Bears, under 48.5. We're taking Caleb Williams, over 224.5 passing yards. Caleb Williams, over 224.5 passing yards. We like DJ Moore, over 55.5 receiving yards. DJ Moore, over 55.5 receiving yards. I like Josh Hines Allen, over 0.25 sacks. Josh Hines Allen, over 0.25 sacks. And the last pick we've given out so far is DeAndre Swift, over 17.5 receiving yards. DeAndre Swift, over 17.5 receiving yards. Every time we get TikTok confetti or we get a TikTok subscriber, we throw a pick on the board. We have over 40 picks to give out this morning. We've only given away 5. Don't worry, lots more to give out throughout the course of the show. T-Dog, I lean towards McBride, just barely over Ferguson. T-Dog, very, very close on that one. I'm kind of coin flipping towards McBride. Infinity Jake, already played Mason and have Derrick Henry at RB1. For the flex, should I go Swift, Pollard, or Dell? Really tough. I think I lean Pollard just barely over Dell. Very close between those two. I think Pollard and Dell both have really good games, but I'm going to lean Pollard just barely. War Eagle, BTJ, or Deontay Johnson. I lean towards BTJ just barely, but don't expect either one to have a very good week. Wingman, I would lean towards the Bears defense. Wingman, I'm leaning Bears defense. T Coates 09, Reed or Pollard, I like them both. I think Pollard's the safer play. It's really tough for me to sit Reed, but I'm going to lean Pollard just barely. Lucifer Sam, I'm going Ford. Lucifer Sam, I'd go with Ford. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you're enjoying the content and the conversation. If you are, hit the follow button. No matter the platform, make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. Alex, Tank Dell or Olave. I'm leaning Tank Dell just barely. Both are going to have good games, but I actually think Tank Dell has a great matchup. He's now wide receiver 2. Christian Gonzalez should be on Stephon Diggs for the majority of the game. Could make Tank Dell a very nice play today. Rich Matthews, I'd go Tucker Kraft. Rich Matthews, I lean Tucker Kraft. Bobby M, I'd go Darnell Mooney. Bobby M, Darnell Mooney. Cam, I'd go Bigsby. Cam, I'm leaning Bigsby. Matty Pups, Mixon, Cook, Dobbins, pick 2. I'm leaning Cook. Cook is definitely one of them. The other one, it's tight. Between Dobbins, I think I'm going to lean slightly towards Mixon. Matty Pups, I'll go Mixon and Cook. Mixon and Cook, very close though. Jalen Hurts, I'd go Wicks. Jalen Hurts, I'd go Wicks, just barely over Tolbert. Just barely, very close though. Appreciate you guys showing us some love over on Twitch. Justin Eubanks, pick 2. I'd go DJ Moore, and I lean slightly towards Reed. DJ Moore and Reed are the 2 for me, Justin Eubanks. Wingman, I'd go Dell. Wingman, I'd go Dell. Jose Ortiz, I go Kraft. Jose Ortiz, I go Kraft. Colin, between David Montgomery and DeAndre Swift, gotta go David Montgomery. Great matchup against the Dallas Cowboys run defense. Colin, I'd go David Montgomery. Colin, David Montgomery. Crystal Trejo, I'd go McLaurin. Crystal Trejo, McLaurin. Luke Hoover, I'd go Keenan Allen. Luke Hoover, Keenan Allen, just barely. HZIAA, I'd go Caleb Williams over Allen. Caleb Williams over Josh Allen. Rose Dog, I'd go Laporta. Rose Dog, I'd go Laporta. Thanks for the kind words, Justin Eubanks. Jaden Ortiz, I'd go McLaurin. Jaden Ortiz, I'd go McLaurin. P. Asha, I would lean towards Higgins, Mooney, and Wandale. Higgins, Mooney, and Wandale. If you're loving the content over on Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the like button as well. Zerk, PhD, I'd go Tracy. Zerk, PhD, I lean Tracy. Tammy F, I'd go Tracy. Tammy F, I'd go Tracy. Bobby M, I'd go Mooney. Bobby M, I'd go Mooney. Alberto Sanchez, I'd go Ertz. Alberto Sanchez, I lean Ertz. Eric 908, I think I lean towards Sermon. Very, very, very close though, but I'm going to lean Sermon just barely. Appreciate the question. Braden, Travis, I'd go, by the way, Curve M, we're not pinning tweets. Whoever pinned that tweet, we're not pinning tweets, so don't do it, please. Don't do it. Throws us off, actually. Alex, I lean slightly towards Caleb Williams. I'm leaning Caleb Williams just barely over Fields. Very, very close, though. It depends if Fields can get the rushing touchdown. Crystal Trejo, I'd go Connor. Crystal Trejo, Connor. Mason, 54. I think I'm leaning slightly towards Laporta. Mason, 54. I lean Laporta, but it's very close. Nuve DK, I'd go Kraft. Nuve DK, I'd go Kraft. Under the radar, I'd go Dell. Under the radar, I'd go Dell. Drew, Sermon or Bigsby? I'm leaning towards Sermon. Drew, I'm leaning towards Sermon. Gavin, I'd go Terry McLaurin and Godwin. Gavin, I'd go McLaurin and Godwin. Appreciate the shares. When we hit 20 shares, we're gonna give out another pick. At 20 shares, we're gonna give out another pick. Jeremy N, I lean Kraft. Jeremy N, I lean Kraft. Jacob Story, I go Najee. Jacob Story, I go Najee. Swerve 027. Should I trade Deontay and Bucky for JSN? I think you're giving up a little bit of value there. Swerve 024, I think you're giving up a little bit too much value. Drew, I'd go Sermon. Mason 54, I lean slightly, I think, towards Bigsby. I go Bigsby over Dowdle. Adam Katzman, I lean slightly, I think, towards a Dunze. Adam Katzman, I'd go a Dunze. Lucifer, I'm leaning towards Njoku. Lucifer and Njoku. Darius Brooks, I'd go Dell. Darius Brooks, I like them both, but I'm leaning Dell. Appreciate the questions. One tone, I'd go Bigsby. One tone, I'd go Bigsby. Jared Ford, I'd go Caleb Williams. Jared Ford, I lean Caleb Williams just barely. Colin, I'd go Kyle Pitts. Colin, I'd go Kyle Pitts. Rylan, I think I'm leaning towards Bucky. It's very close, Rylan, but I think I lean Bucky. I don't know. That's a tough one. CK, I'd go James Cook. CK, I lean James Cook. If you've got questions, throw them in the comments section. Under the radar, should I hold with ETN or hop on the Tank Bigsby? I'd go with Tank Bigsby under the radar. I'd go with Tank Bigsby. Justin Eubanks, Montgomery, and I lean Daniels. Justin Eubanks, Montgomery, and Daniels would be the 2. Okay, Swerve, do what you're going to do then. Nuve DK, I'd go St. Brown, I'd go Evans, and I'd go Mooney. Nuve DK, St. Brown, Evans, and I'd go Mooney. Those would be the 3. Preston, I'd go Chuba Hubbard and Higgins. Preston, Chuba Hubbard, and Higgins. Jalen Hurts, I'd go with Wicks. Jalen Hurts, I'd go Wicks. Start one at the flex. Marvin, Garrett Wilson, or Tony Pollard. I think it's probably Tony Pollard, just barely ahead of Marvin Harrison Jr. I think Harrison Jr. has a very good game, so I don't love the idea of sitting him, but I do like Tony Pollard a lot. I'm going to go Pollard on that one. Roman, Richardson, or Trevor Lawrence? I'd go Trevor Lawrence. Richardson's facing the best pass defense, at least statistically, in the NFL. Clayco, I'd go Allen. Clayco 6, I'd go Keenan Allen. C.J. Miller, Godwin and Hunt for Tyreek. Wouldn't do it. Terrible idea. Cody Scott, I would go with Cody Scott. I'm leaning Tank Bigsby. Cody Scott, I lean Tank Bigsby. Swerve 024 is Deontay Johnson. Swerve 024, you're boring me, buddy. It's a fine. Yes, I would do it, but you're boring me on an NFL Sunday. It's a trade I really don't care about. The answer is yes, I would do Deontay for JSN straight up. Yes, I would do it. Tejas, I would go. Tejas, I'm going to go Kirk Cousins. I'm going to go Kirk Cousins just barely. Tejas 1845. I'm going to go Kirk Cousins just barely. Respawn. Oh, Justin just threw some confetti in the air. So after we answer Respawn, we're going to get another pickup on our big board. Respawn, pick 3. Montgomery would be 1. DJ Moore would be 2. Jaden Reed would be 3. So Respawn, I'm going Montgomery, Moore, and Jaden Reed. The odd man out at number 4 is Olave. He's just barely missing out. I'd go Montgomery, Moore, and Reed with Olave as the odd man out at 4. Jorge, I'd go James Cook. Jorge, I'd rather have James Cook, and I'd rather start James Cook. Luke Grasso, I'd go Tracy and Mixon. Luke Grasso, I'd go Tracy and Mixon. Max Sorrow, Montgomery or Pollard. I like them both. I think I'm leaning slightly towards Pollard just because I think he's going to get a lot of opportunities. I'll lean Pollard just barely over Montgomery, but very close. Under the radar, I'd go Kyler Murray. Under the radar, I'd go Kyler Murray. Cram Devins just threw some confetti in the air. We owe you 2 picks. 2 more NFL picks that we're putting up on the board. Let's put them up there right now, everybody. We're going back to the game picks, everyone. We're going to a couple game picks. First, I am taking the Texans. Oh, screwed that up. Texans, Patriots. We're going to go under 42.5. Texans, Patriots, under 42.5. It's an alternative total, but I'm liking it in a lot of 2 and 3 leg parlays. Texans, Patriots, under 42.5. I think there's going to be some defense in that one. Cam, thank you for more confetti. We got more picks coming. Speaking of that Texans-Patriots game, thank you, Cam. So much confetti in the air. Speaking of that Texans and Patriots game, I have another sack play that I really like. I'm taking Danielle Hunter of the Texans over 0.25 sacks. So Danielle Hunter to record at least half a sack today. That's another pickup on the board. We've got more picks coming up. Next one, Buccaneers on the money line. I love this play. Buccaneers on the money line. I like this play when Derek Carr could potentially have played. I like it even more with Spencer Rattler in the lineup. Buccaneers on the money line. Next one on the board. Another pick that we like for today. I'm going to give you a both sides of the fence play. I like the Packers on the money line. But I think the Cardinals are going to cover the spread. I bought it up. Cardinals plus 9.5, but I think it's even closer than that. So I'm on both sides of that one. I think the Packers get the win. I think this isn't a 10-point difference, so I'm taking Packers money line, Cardinals plus 9.5. Those 2 picks on the board. We owe you 2 more picks, everybody. 2 more picks coming for you. Next one that we're putting up on the board, I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. I'm taking Eagles to cover. Eagles minus 5.5. The only reason I find this a risk is we've seen very heavy favorites not be able to cover for the most part this season. But I do like Eagles minus 5.5. Eagles minus 5.5. Another pick that I like the Lions on the money line. I think the Lions are going to beat the Cowboys tonight. So Lions on the money line as well. To recap our picks, we have 5 picks for the London game that's about to kick off. Here's a recap of all the picks we've given out so far. Jaguars Bears under 48.5. Jaguars Bears under 48.5. We have Caleb Williams over 224.5 passing yards. Caleb Williams over 224.5 passing yards. DJ Moore over 55.5 receiving yards. DJ Moore over 55.5 receiving yards. Josh Hines Allen over 0.25 sacks. Josh Hines Allen over 0.25 sacks. DeAndre Swift over 17.5 receiving yards. DeAndre Swift over 17.5 receiving yards. Texans Patriots under 42.5. Texans Patriots under 42.5. Danielle Hunter over 0.25 sacks. Danielle Hunter over 0.25 sacks. And then here are a bunch of game picks. We have Buccaneers on the money line, Buccaneers on the money line, Packers on the money line, Packers on the money line, but Cardinals plus 9.5. Packers money line, but Cardinals plus 9.5. We have Eagles minus 5.5. Eagles minus 5.5, and the Lions on the money line. Lions on the money line. Let's get back to all of your questions, everyone. Okay. Eric Anderson, I'm going Jacobs. Eric Anderson, Jacobs over Dobbins. Extended mags, I go Olave. I'll go Olave and Kirk because I don't want to double up on the Saints receivers. So I'll go Olave and Kirk. Olave and Kirk. KJ Frederick, I'd go Mike Evans. KJ Frederick, I'd go Mike Evans. Globo Jose, I'd go Mooney and Higgins. Globo Jose, I'd go Mooney and Higgins. Edwin, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Edwin, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Jay Bissett Jr., I'd go Josh... no. Jay Bissett, I'm going to go Josh Downs. I don't like any of them, but I'll go Downs. Barely positive, I'd go Kirk. Barely positive, I'm leaning Kirk, just barely. At DJ Moore, MHJ, like them both, I'm going DJ Moore. DJ Moore's the play for me. Brandon Jones, Wilson or Judy, I'm leaning Judy. I'm leaning Judy just barely. Appreciate the question, appreciate the support. Luna, I'd go Deontay Johnson. I'm worried about Chase Brown's health, so I'm leaning Deontay Johnson, though I don't love it. Cook, I'd go Flowers. Cook, I'd go Flowers. Mike D858, I'd go Tolbert. Mike D858, I'm leaning Tolbert. Queer on Avery, I'd go Tracy Jr. Queer on Avery, I'd go Tracy Jr. James Cameron, I'd go James Cook. James Cameron, I'd go James Cook. Nicky Skills, pick up Bo Nix or use Richardson. I'd probably use Richardson. The rushing yards are enough value. Extended mags, I'd go McPherson. Extended mags, I'd go McPherson. Christopher, I'd go Sermon. Christopher, I'd go Sermon. By the way, we are closing in on kickoff. We are almost to kickoff of the London game, so make sure you guys are hitting us up with all of those questions. Final few seconds before that game kicks off. New build, newlyweds. I lean Bigsby. Newlyweds, new build, newlyweds. I lean towards Bigsby. D-Ski, I'd go Ford. D-Ski, I'd go with Jerome Ford. Jared Ford, do I trust Joe Mixon? He's going to be playing, so that's as much confidence as I'm going to give you. Cooper, I'd go Sermon. Cooper, I'd go Sermon. Cam, I'd go Fields. Cam, I'd go Justin Fields. Globo Jose, I'd go Pittman. Globo Jose, I'd go Pittman. Brendan Allison, I'd go Gibson. Brandon Allison, I lean Gibson barely. Mike, drop Wandale for Swift. Don't love it this week. Not a great substitute this week. Want more picks? Confetti is one way to get them. Live goals of confetti is one way to get them. Become a TikTok subscriber. That's another way. Or when we hit 20 shares. At 20 shares, we're going to give out another free pick. Gabe, I'm leaning Tracy. Gabe, I'm over on YouTube. I'm leaning Tracy. Cram Devins, I'd go Slayton and Gibson. Cram Devins, I'd go Slayton and Gibson. Rice Takes Sports, great to see ya. I'd go Tolbert. Rice Takes Sports, I'm leaning Tolbert just barely. Very close. Eric Harrison, I'd go Olave and Marvin Harrison Jr. Olave and Marvin Harrison Jr., Eric Harrison. Darius, I'd go I'd go Montgomery. Darius, you've got some really great players this week. I like Chuba Hubbard. I like Olave. But Montgomery would be my start. Darius, it's Montgomery. By the way, this London game is just about to kick off, everyone. So make sure your lineups are in, at least for the London players. M. Baloran. Do we play Etienne and Ingram? I'm actually not crazy about it, but you're running out of time, so I don't know who else you have. Lemon, I'd go Godwin. Lemon, I'd go Chris Godwin. Mikey, MCL. I think I lean just slightly towards Tolbert, believe it or not. It's very close. But the Lions are not a good pass defense, so Mikey, MCL, I'd go Tolbert. Mrs. Lady, I'd go Jacobs. Mrs. Lady, I'd go Jacobs. I'd go MHJ. AT, I'd go MHJ over Connor. Sell him from round to block, I'd go Pittman. Sell him from round to block, I'd go Pittman. Appreciate the question, buddy. Jalen Clemens, I'd go Slayton. Jalen Clemens, I lean Slayton just barely. Jerry L, I'd go Sermon. Jerry L, I'd go Sermon. Blaylock, I'd go Tolbert. Blaylock, I'd go Tolbert. Rodney, I'm leaning Najee Harris barely. Q-Dot just gave us some confetti, which means we owe a pick. We're giving out another free pick, everybody. You know how we do. If you don't want to wait around on my picks, by the way, we do give away our picks for free every single day over on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports is the name of my company and my handle on Instagram. All you got to do is DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports, we give away all of our picks for free every single day. They're never behind a paywall. You never have to do anything but look them up, and they're going to be there every single time. Now that we're back from Europe, they're available every single day, every single time. So make sure you're DMing me on Instagram if you want all of my picks for free and you don't want to wait around. DM me on Instagram and you'll get every pick I make every day. Speaking of picks, we're going to give out another pick for you guys right now. In that Lions and Cowboys game, I'm taking the over. Lions and Cowboys over 48.5. Lions and Cowboys over 48.5. I think it reaches 50, so I'm really not worried about it, but that's definitely a play that I like today. Again, if you want all of my picks for free every single day, just DM me on Instagram. Otherwise, we're going to give out our picks individually throughout the course of the show. Appreciate you guys being with us. Hope you guys are loving the content. Samsonite, I'd go James Cook. Samsonite, I'd go James Cook. Dr. Dom, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. Dr. Dom, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. Just Blaze, I'd go Mooney and Evans. Just Blaze, I'd go Mooney and Evans. Those would be the two. Cacti Pig, I'd go Mike Evans. Cacti Pig, I'd go Mike Evans. Appreciate you guys watching the show as a third down's about to commence over in London. B. Rogers, I'd go Tank Dell. B. Rogers, I'd go Tank Dell. Samsonite, I'd go Kraft. Samsonite, I'd go Kraft. Pedro Dubs, I'd go J.K. Dobbins. Pedro Dubs, I'm leaning J.K. Dobbins. Barely. I don't feel great about it. You know what, Pedro? Go Zach Moss. Pedro, I'm leaning up, and I'm going Zach Moss. Joseph, I'd go Braylon Allen. Joseph, I'd go Braylon Allen. Appreciate the questions, everyone. Again, you want all of my picks for free, just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports. Make sure you DM me on Instagram. Caleb Williams, it goes down. Who got the sack? I don't think it was Josh Hines Allen, unfortunately. That's who we're rooting to get a sack today. It wasn't, but clearly some good pressure by the Jaguars. Bean, I'd go Irving and JK rather. Bean, I'd go Bucky Irving and JK Dobbins. Nate, I'm going to go Dell over Mooney just barely. Very, very close, but I'll go Dell over Mooney just barely. CT, I'd go Goddard. CT, I'd go Goddard. Kyle Phelps, Lions might drop 48 on the Cowboys on their own. Certainly, I hope that for Lions fantasy owners. Sackwood, I'd go Darius Slayton. Sackwood, I'd go Darius Slayton. Oh, man, a really good punt here by the Bears. Nice. DP2K, I'd go Texans. DP2K, I'd go Texans defense. I think they're going to get some sacks on the Patriots. So I'm going to go Texans defense. Texans defense over the Eagles. Rigo, I'd go Sermon. Rigo, I'd go Sermon. Got signed out, I'd go Mooney. Got signed out, I'd go Mooney. Logan Hunton, I'd go Tank Dell and Montgomery. Logan Hunton, 913, I'd go Dell and Montgomery. Dell and Montgomery. Darius, I'd go Flowers. Darius, 1991, I'd go Flowers. Username, 73. I would drop Juju for Slayton because you need the points this week. So username, I like it. Disabuser of Notions, I'd go Cade Otton. Disabuser of Notions, I'd go Cade Otton. If you love the content, if you love the show, hit that follow button. Chris Meek, I'd go Dell just barely over Mooney. Chris Meek, I'd go Dell just barely over Mooney. Very, very close, but I'm going to lean slightly towards Tank Dell. Silly Willie, I'd go Kraft and I'd go Olave. Silly Willie, Kraft and Olave. King Cobra, I lean Jaden Daniels just barely. King Cobra, I'm leaning Jaden Daniels just barely. Jared Bova, I'd go MHJ. Jared Bova, I'd go MHJ. Grant, I'm going to go Tolbert. Very close on this one, Grant, but I'm going to lean Tolbert, though it's a coin flip for me. Abed, start 3. I'd start Godwin, Olave, and Wilson. Godwin, Olave, and Wilson. Abed. Godwin, Olave, and Wilson would be the 3. Austin Joe, I'd go Jammo. Austin Joe, I'd go Jammo. Lucas, I would go Evans, Reed, and Garrett Wilson. Evans, Reed, and Garrett Wilson would be the 3, Lucas. Oh, with the lightning bolt, give up Olave for Jammo and Kirk? No, don't do it. First down. And Gabe Davis with the catch. Bryce, Tracy Jr. or Dobbins? I'm leaning towards Tracy Jr. Bryce, Tracy Jr. Don Julio, Jerome Ford. Don Julio, Jerome Ford. Sims, I'd go James Cook. Sims, I'd go James Cook. Hit that like button, everybody. Not seeing the like button. Make sure you're tapping that screen. Make sure you're hitting the like button no matter where you are. Dummy Man Pluto, I think Juju's value has increased significantly for the rest of the season now that there's some injuries to the Chiefs receiving, depth. Appreciate you guys being with us. Cameron K, I'd go Downs. Cameron K, I lean Downs barely. Hey, BBR, I'd go Montgomery. Hey, BBR, I'd go Montgomery. Remember, at 20 shares, we're giving away another free pick. At 20 shares, we're giving away another free pick. If you don't want to wait around until then, DM me on Instagram if you want all of my picks for free. Not going to answer fantasy questions on Instagram. Not going to happen there. But if you want all of my picks for free, DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports. DM me on Instagram. We get all of our we give out all of our picks for free every day. Sonny, I'll go Bucky Irving barely. Very close, though. Nick, I'd go Ford. What a catch. Evan Ingram, what a snag. Sully, Bigsby's playing, Sully, so it's Tracy Jr. Okay, from here on out, if you ask a question about a player that's in the London game, I'm just going to ignore it. You need to know your shit. I'm not gonna be overly responsible for it. So, with that said, if you mention a player in the London game, I'm probably not going to spend too much time talking about it because they're playing. D-Ski, I'd go Romeo Dobbs just barely. D-Ski, I'd go Romeo Dobbs. Make sure he's playing. If he's not, I'd go McConkey. If he's not, I lean McConkey just barely. Jaguars at nearly midfield. Trevor Lawrence. Nice play. Close to a first. Really nice play. Page, I'd go Tolbert. Cook, I'd go... Komet's playing, buddy. T. Cardi, I'd go Chase Brown if he plays. T. Cardi, make sure Chase Brown's healthy enough to go. I actually think he might be out. I thought Chase Brown might be ruled out already. Chase Brown... Sounds like Chase Brown should be able to play, so I would say play Chase Brown if he's able to play. Richard Smith, I'd go Shaheed. BTJ with a big catch and run. Matthew, I'd go Mayfield. Dylan, I'd go Breece Hall. Tyler Younes, I'd go Bucky. User 9231, I'd go Pollard just barely. User 9231, I'm leaning Pollard just barely. Very close though. Ben, I'd go Gibson. Kyle Kyer, I'd go Tracy Jr. Appreciate the question. Hope you're enjoying your morning. Hot Sauce 252, I'd go Montgomery and Connor. Hot Sauce 252, I'd go Montgomery and Connor. Appreciate all the questions. Hope you guys are enjoying the day and enjoying the show. Seth Wynn, should I start Conklin? There are other tight ends that are a better play. Thanks for the paper crane, Hot Sauce. Jessica, I'd go Gibson. Jessica Stitch, I'd go Gibson. Michael, I'd go Kraft. Michael Omdahl, I'd go Kraft. Ross Wagner, I would start Algier. I'm not high on McLaughlin today. Munzo, I'd go Pickens and Stroud. Munoz, I'd go Pickens and Stroud. Munoz, Pickens and Stroud. Ethan, I'd go Tank Dell. Remember, we got a lot more picks to give out, so make sure you're becoming a TikTok subscriber or you're throwing some live goal confetti up on the screen. Every time one of those two things happen, we give out a free pick. C-Do, I'd go James Conner. C-Do04, Eileen Connor barely. H4Y, I'd go Pollard. H4Y, I'd go Pollard. Chapo, I'm leaning Ertz. Chapo, I lean Ertz. Is me giving up James Cook for Jamison Williams, Darnell Mooney, and Rashad Wright a good trade? Yes, that is a good trade. Mike Crowley, I'd go Sermon barely. Mike Crowley, I'm leaning Sermon just barely. Appreciate the question. Sosa, I'd go Jordan Love. Sosa, I'd go Jordan Love. Christopher, I'd go Olave. Christopher, I'd go Olave. D-Ski, I'd go Mooney. D-Ski, I'd go Mooney. Lush, Brian Thomas Jr. is already playing. He already has a catch. Chapo, I'd go Dell just barely over Olave. Y'all listen meow, I'd go Bucky Irving. Appreciate the question. Hope you're having a wonderful day. TikToker, I would start Wicks. I'd start Wicks just barely. Getting to as many questions as we can. Brett, I'd go Wicks. Denzel, I'd go Brown. Dom, I'd go Tolbert. I'd go Tolbert. G Meadows, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Liam, I'd go Gibson. If you're watching over on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, throw your questions in the chat as well. Happy to answer as many of them as you guys have. So throw your questions in the chat if you're watching over on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. Happy to answer those as well. It's not only a TikTok audience. Garrett Knoll, I think I'm leaning towards 4 just barely. Garrett, very, very close. Another first down for the Jacksonville Jaguars as they are driving. Mrs. Lady, I'm leaning towards Cousins. I'm leaning Cousins just barely. By the way, I'm loving this drive. You guys know I have the under 48.5 in this game, so I'm loving the long drive. A lot of third downs on this one, eating a lot of clock. EC23, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. EC23, Chuba Hubbard. Coy Peters, I'd go Bowers. KOA Peters, I'd go Bowers. Rigo, I'd go Wandale. Appreciate you guys tapping that screen, showing us some love. So grateful for you guys being with us and appreciating all that we're doing on this Sunday morning. Elio, should I start Rico, Eckler? What's a good defense to start? I'd start Rico Dowdle over Eckler. Young No-No, I'd go Montgomery. Mike Puma Jr., I'd go Baker just barely. Joe Quinn, I'd go Eagles defense. Jaquin Ramos, I'd go Eagles defense. User 1292, I'd go Dobbs. I'd go Romeo Dobbs, just barely. Don't feel great about it, but I don't know what I'm getting from Demario Douglas. Paloma, I'd go Tracy Jr. Elite Detail, you know I like the under. I like it under 48.5, but I also think there's good value on under, let's say, 46.5. I just think this is going to be what we're seeing right now. Maybe the drives will be longer drives, but I just don't see a lot of points being scored. If you told me the Jaguars didn't get a lot of points and the Bears got even fewer, I wouldn't be shocked. Here we go on 2nd and goal. And he's got to throw it away. We're under 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and there's not a point on the board. There's only been one possession for each team. Great sign for the under. A. Crowley, I'm going to go Calvin Ridley just barely. I like Ridley. I like Dell. I'll lean Ridley just barely. Ben, start one. I'd go Mike Evans just barely over James Cook. Ben, I like them both, but I'm going to go Evans just barely over James Cook. Y'all listen, meow. I'd go Laporta. Y'all listen, meow. Bean, I'd go Najee. D. Sut, I'd go Goddard. D. Page, I'd go Ridley. Believe it or not, D. Page, I'm leaning Ridley just barely. Pass to the end zone. Touch. Oh, he dropped it. Gabe Davis had a touchdown in his hands, and he dropped it. So the under gets a big piece of help there. A dropped pass. So it is going to be 4th and goal. This should have been a touchdown catch. A perfectly timed hit by the Bears member of the secondary. And it is going to be a field goal attempt. Loving our under right now. Ben, I'd go James Cook. Ben, Porco Lab, I'd go James Cook. Sergio, I'd go James Cook. James Cook. Austin, DJ Moore's playing right now, buddy. Austin, you're tardy to the party. Zuna, I'd go McLaurin and Mooney. Zuna, I'd go McLaurin and Mooney. Those would be the two. If you're watching over on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, throw your questions in the chat. Happy to answer all of them. Deacon, I'd go James Conner. Dusty, I would start Najee Harris. Nom, I'd go Kraft. Kraft over Kincaid. Appreciate you guys being with us. We want to give out more picks, everybody. If you don't want to wait around for our picks individually, DM me on Instagram. ButtFumble Sports. DM me on Instagram. Just like Bodie Rogers. Hit me up on Instagram asking if he can get my picks for free. He just got all of them. If you want every bet that I make every single day for free, DM me on Instagram. They've been updated. They're available for free. They're never behind a paywall. So DM me, ButtFumble Sports on Instagram. Ivan, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Ivan B, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Gabe, I'm leaning slightly, I think, towards Baker Mayfield, but I love Dak's passing yards. I lean Baker, but it's very close. User 2740, I don't have a good vibe on either one. I'd probably go Goodson, but I don't like either one this week. Little Butts, I'd go Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale Robinson. Faraday Hill, I'd go Williams. I go Williams just barely. J Boog, I'd go Fields. Rando 5, I'd go Jaden Daniels. Reminder, we do give away picks throughout the course of the show. Live goal confetti, and whenever we get a TikTok subscriber. So if you want a pick through the show, that's how you get it. Otherwise, DM me on Instagram, ButtFumble Sports, just like Bodie Rogers did, just like Noah Weaver, Isaiah Daniels, CRW, LM, Fernando, Cody, Tony, Brandon, Midwest Juice. If you guys want all of my picks for free, never behind a paywall, they're game picks, total plays, player prop bets, round robins, parlays. They're all available for free. All you got to do is DM me on Instagram, ButtFumble Sports. Hunter, I am starting Antonio Gibson in one of my leagues today. Grant, I'm leaning Freiermuth. I lean Freiermuth. Luciano, I'd go Pickens. I lean Pickens. Connor Churko, I'd go Moss. Josh, sometimes I go Chuba Hubbard. Sometimes I lean Chuba Hubbard. John, I'd go James Cook and Sermon. Very close, John, but James Cook and Sermon. I know you're probably in a running back hell given injuries and bye week. Ryan, I'm leaning Sermon. Ryan Flink, I lean Sermon. Micmac, I'd go Dell and Godwin. Micmac 27, Dell and Godwin would be the two for me. MNO, I'd go Tyrone Jr. MNO, Tyrone Tracy Jr. would be the play for me. MNO, Matt Koski, I'd go Matt Koski, I'm leaning Murray. I'm leaning Murray just barely. Mr. FB, I'd go McConkey. I'd go McConkey. Lucas, I'd go Sermon. Jay Hendog, I'd go Moss. I lean Moss just barely. Pickens over Eckler, I'd go Pickens over Eckler. Brian Cedar, I like McLaurin and Godwin. I think both have very good games. I'm going to lean just slightly, I think, towards Godwin, but frankly, it's a coin flip. They're two of my favorite wide receivers this week. Very high on it. And a nice pass to Cole Kmet for about 5 yards. Nicholas P., I'd go Kraft. Nicholas P., I lean Kraft just barely. Money Branch, I'd go Money Branch, I lean James Cook. Money Branch, it's very close. You know what, Money Branch? I'm going to switch on that one. I think on this one, yeah, I got to go Tracy Jr. Money Branch, I'm going to switch on that one. I'm going to go Tracy Jr. Appreciate it. John, I'm leaning James Cook. John, I lean James Cook. 11:45. Stevenson's out. By the way, Shakir is questionable. Not a great matchup. 11, I'd go Ford and Braylon Allen. 11, Ford and Braylon Allen, believe it or not. Andres, I'd go Freiermuth. Jared Bova, I'd go McBride. Post Landon, I'd go Shaheed. Post Landon, I'm leaning Shaheed. Wow, Bears are not on the same page. Not a good look. Nom, I'd go Pickens. Leaky, I'd go Laporta, but it's a coin flip right now. Dinosaurs, I'd go Sutton. Brady Keeley, I'd go Tracy Jr. Appreciate the questions, guys. McCoy boy, I'd go Gibson. Fergie and Jesus, I'd go Godwin. Nicholas P., I'd go Higgins. Joss, I'd go Terry McLaurin. Chris, I'd go Bowers. Over JMO. Fast Eddie, this Bears and Jags game is an easy under. I hope you're right, buddy. R. Yerk, I'd go Cousins. John, yeah, John, a lot of injuries. I totally get it today, John. Battling the injury bug and obviously battling the bye weeks. Very, very tough week to be a fantasy football owner if you don't have depth in your lineup. Incomplete pass. Ugly play. Micmac, I'd go Breece Hall and Moss. Hawkeye, I'd go Moss. Little, I'd go Flowers just barely. Drew, I'm leaning Reed over Mooney, but it's very close. I lead Reed over Mooney. MPO, I'd go Tracy Jr. Ameza, I'd go Wilson and Cooper. Would be the two. If you need a third player, I'd go Chase Brown as the third. Luigi, I'd go Ford. I'd go Jerome Ford. Getting to as many questions as we can. COD, I'd go Kraft. COD, I'd go Kraft. John, rooting for you as always, buddy. Yeager, I'd go Trey Sermon. JD Ambro, I'm leaning Evans just barely over Dell, but very, very close. Matt Koski, I go Gibson. You guys want to join the show as a guest? I am willing to take callers. If you want to join the show as a caller, hit me up right now. You can give a live show caller. You can join the show as a guest, so hit us up. We're going to keep the questions fast, even if you're a caller, but we will allow callers now that we're back stateside. Michael Trosen, I go Justin Fields. Let's go to Hawkeye, first caller of the day. Let's see what Hawkeye wants to talk about. We're going to keep these pretty fast, though, everybody, so be ready. Hawkeye, what's good?
Do you think James Cook will start?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay. I got Moss in my flex. I didn't know if I need to change him to James Cook or keep Moss.
I would go with James Cook.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one. If you want to join as a caller, hit us up. We are taking callers now. First time in a couple of weeks, we are taking callers. So just hit us up on TikTok. Join the show. You can join the show as a caller, but be quick about what you got. Richard Usher, I'd go Dowdle and Javante. Dowdle and Javante. Let's go to Brian Sanchez. Let's see what Brian wants to talk about. Brian's next up on the show. Brian, what's good?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Buff on Sports? I was wondering, Chase Brown or Jameson Williams at the flex?
I'm gonna lean towards Jameson Williams just barely. Very close though.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day, Brian. Enjoy your Sunday. Let's get to our next caller. A little anarchy is what what's called for here. Let's see what anarchy wants to talk about. Royalty, what's good?
How you doing? I have 3 QBs for passing yards: Dak, Jordan Love, and Jaden Daniels.
You're asking if I like those player prop bets?
Yes.
I love Dak. Love Dak. I like Jaden Daniels, depending on which spot you took it. What was the third one? Jordan Love?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I'm a little concerned. Here's the bet I like with Jordan Love. Over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's gotten 2 passing touchdowns in 9 straight games. His passing yards, I don't feel as confident in that bet. More because I really like Josh Jacobs today. So maybe you want to take Josh Jacobs on a rushing yards bet, maybe to maybe hedge a little bit on your Jordan Love passing yards play.
Okay. Thank you for the input.
Have a great day. Good luck on those bets. Let's go to our next caller. We're going to go to MJ. If I take your call, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're a follower. MJ, what's good?
Hey, I'm looking for. I have multiple players. I have Darnell Mooney, George Pickens, Tony Pollard, and Austin Eckler. I have one.
I'd go Pollard and I'd go Mooney. Pollard and Mooney would be the 2 I'd want to start.
Okay. Should I put anyone else on the flex or no?
Give the other. I would sit Eckler. That other player you mentioned, who was it?
Pickens.
He would be my flex.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a great day. Good luck, MJ. Let's get to our next caller. It's going to be Josh Edits. Josh Edits with the fire Jason Tatum photo. Josh, what's good?
Oh, thank you. What's up? Should I start Michael Pittman or Zach Moss?
I'm leaning Zach Moss. Michael Pittman has a brutal matchup. The Titans are the #1 pass defense in the league. Snead will most likely be on Pittman the entire game. I just don't like Pittman this week.
Okay.
That it, Josh? All right, I'm going to assume that was it for Josh. Hope he has a great Sunday. If you have a question, you want to join the show, hit us up on TikTok. Rome, I'd go Tracy. Rome, I'd go Tracy. Julian, I'd go McBride. Julian, I lean just slightly, I think, towards McBride. Stokes, I'd go Tracy. Stokes, I'd go Tracy. Charlie on YouTube, I'd go Mooney and MHJ. Charlie on YouTube, Mooney and MHJ. D-Clan Sully, I'd go Slayton. D-Clan Sull, I'd go Slayton. You want to join the show as a guest on TikTok, hit us up. We're taking callers. Chris Films, I'd go Slayton. Chris Films, I'd go Slayton. Drew, I think I lean Gibson barely. Drew, I'm leaning Gibson barely, but very, very close. Jay, I'd go Dell over Pickens. Jay, Dell over Pickens. Tino Ack, I'm going Smith. Tino Ack, I'm going Devontae Smith just barely. If you guys want to join the show as a caller, hit us up. We are taking calls today. You can just join as a TikTok guest. That's how we take callers. Jacob Napolitano, I'd go James Cook. Jacob Napolitano, I'd go James Cook. Justin, you got to go Jacob. Swift's playing right now, buddy. Let's go to Jacob Napolitano. Let's see what Jacob wants to talk about this morning. Jacob, what's good?
I got a quarterback question for you. Anthony Richardson or Justin Fields?
Justin Fields.
All right, thank you.
Have a great day, Jacob. Rooting for you. Getting to our next caller, we're going to take NFL Junkie. NFL Junkie is going to be the next caller up on the line. Let's see what NFL Junkie wants to cover. NFL Junkie, what's good?
How you doing?
Loving life. I get to talk football today. How can we help you?
Yeah, I have a question. Do I want to start James Conner or Deontay Johnson?
Yikes. I'm probably going to lean James Conner just because, if anything, I like the opportunity for him to find the end zone. So I'm going to lean James Conner just barely.
All right. Thank you, boss man.
Have a good one, NFL Junkie. Hope you enjoy your day of football. Let's go to Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh is going to be our next caller again. If you're a caller, if you're a viewer, make sure you hit that follow button. Matt Walsh, what's good?
Hey, how we doing?
Loving life. How can I help you?
So I got two quick ones for you.
Sure.
For quarterback, should I go Hurts or should I go Kyler?
I'd go Kyler Murray just barely.
And then for the flex spot, should I go Garrett Wilson or T. Higgins tonight?
I'm leaning T. Higgins. I think Garrett Wilson will get a ton of targets. If it's a PPR league, it gets really tight. But I think I trust T. Higgins against the Giants a little bit more.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good one, Matt. Good luck on your matchup. Let's go to Jack. Jack's going to be our next caller up on the line. Let's see what Jack wants to talk about. Jack, what's good?
Nothing. So this is like my big bye week. For my flex, should I do Darius Slayton or Trey Tucker?
I'd go Slayton.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one, Jack. Good luck on your bye week hell. Tyler, let's go to Tyler. Tyler's the next one up. Spinning wheel. Oh, Tyler dropped on us. So, missed him. If you guys want to join the show as a guest, hit us up. MPO, I'd go Amari Cooper. MPO, Amari Cooper. Brett, Cole Kmet's already playing, bud. Brett, Cole Kmet's already playing, so you got to go in the other direction. Champ, what wide receiver would I start? I'd go Slayton. Champ, I'd go Slayton just barely. Drew, you don't think Houston defense will stuff... Drew, I give the answer I give. Like, I love when people ask for the question, I give the answer, and then they want to challenge it. If you want to fade my opinion, I totally get it. I'm not saying I'm infallible. I get things wrong. But what I would say is, you ask a question, I give the advice. If you want to go back and forth on it, okay, kind of defeats the purpose. Aiden Park, I'd go Evans. Aiden Park, I'd go Mike Evans just barely over Mooney. John Kinger, 75. I'd go Olave. John Kinger, I'd go Olave. Joey, who do I pick up from free agency? I'd go Dowdle. Eckler has a brutal matchup this week. Callis, the Calisthenics Elite. I'd go Jerry Judy. I'm going Jerry Judy just barely. Frank, I'd go Scary Terry. Frank, I'd go Scary Terry. R. Yerk, I'd go Cousins. R. Yerk, I'd go Cousins. If anybody wants to join the show as a caller, you can join the show as a caller. Just join us as a TikTok guest. More than happy to have you guys on. Again, we're also giving away our picks for free every day. Mo Calloway wants our picks for free. He just got them. Jeff, you hit us up. You want all of our picks for free. You just got them. We give away every bet we make every day for free. Just DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports, the name of my company, Butt Fumble Sports. DM me on Instagram. My picks are never behind a paywall. I never charge for them. They're always accessible because you guys work hard for your money. You shouldn't be paying for picks. I make them available for free. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram, everyone. DM me on Instagram. Let's go to IDK. IDK is going to be next up on the line. IDK, what's good?
What's up? Andre Stevenson out.
You cut off. When you leave TikTok, you mute yourself, so I can't hear you when you do that.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
No problem.
So Ramondre Stevenson is hurt. Should I pick up Zamir White, his backup, or like Damian Pierce, his backup, Emmanuel, the Green Bay Packers running back, or Ty Johnson?
These are all awful options. I mean, let's just call it what it is. You can't get Antonio Gibson.
No, I can't.
You can't get Tyrone Tracy.
I don't know who that is.
The Giants running back with Singletary out. Tyrone Tracy's number one.
No, I wanted him.
I guess it's Ty Johnson, but to be honest, you're literally asking me to pick between horse shit, dog shit, and another kind of shit. So I'm not going to say any of these options are good, but I think Ty Johnson is the least offensive.
All right, so you don't think I should go with one of the Raiders running backs?
You can. Here's my concern. The Chargers have been a good run defense this year. So sorry. You asked the Raiders. The Raiders are going up against the Steelers. Even worse, The Steelers are an elite run defense. So no, I really don't like them.
All right, so I should just pick up Ty Johnson?
I think so. I think that's probably the best play. But again, I'm sorry. I wish I could have more conviction or provide more help. It's a really, really tough group of players to pick from.
Yeah, you don't think Emmanuel Wilson against Arizona when it's raining.
Again, if you want to go for it, fine. I'm letting you know what I would do if I were in your position. So, like, we can go round and round, but the truth of the matter is, I let you know what I would rock with.
I'm going to go with what you picked. I just wanted to know your opinion on the other players.
I totally understand it, and you could talk me into Wilson. The problem is, I have no idea what his value is. At least with Johnson, James Cook's turf toe is at least going to give Johnson a few more carries than he would otherwise have. The Jets are not a very good run defense. That's why I kind of come out where I do.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good one, IDK. Wishing you well. Let's go to Sand Sifter. Sand Sifter is going to be next up on the line. Sand Sifter, what's good?
Hey, what's up, man? Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I know I might sound crazy for this, but I'm just so fed up with Breece Hall, and I've been putting him in week after week, and I've been sitting like Dowdle and some other people that are putting up some numbers. So I really wanted to sit Breece this week, but I know
he has a monster matchup. Like, he has one of the best matchups of the week. The Buffalo Bills' run defense is bottom 10, and when it comes to rushing touchdowns, they're actually bottom 5. I would just say this. If after this week you want to give up on Breece Hall, I totally get it. But if you don't play him this week, you should have traded him by now, because this is a week in which you should play him.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you, man.
Appreciate the call. Good luck this week, Sand Sifter. If you guys want to join the show as a caller, feel free. Hit us up. Otherwise, we're going to answer written questions. Matt, I'd go Pickens. Matt, I'd go Pickens. Kyle Klein, do I have any input on Colts and Titans? I really don't. That's one of those games I don't have a good vibe on. I didn't bet that one because I really don't have a good answer about who's going to perform well and who will not. Just doesn't feel like a very good game to bet on. Chris Meek, I'd go Wicks. Chris Meek, I'd go Wicks. AJ, I'd go Tolbert. AJ, I'd go Tolbert. Dot, I'd go Sermon over Tucker. Dot with the eyeball, I'd go Sermon over Tucker. Oh, that should be a flag. That should be a flag. Thank you. J-Man, I'd go Gibson. Which Wilson? J-Man, which Wilson are we talking about? JV305, I'd go Olave. J305, JV305, I'd go Olave. Deep, I'd go Ertz. I'd go Ertz barely over Njoku. Very close, though. Ethan Bradshaw, I'm going to lean Reed over Mooney. Very close again. Ethan, very, very close, but I lean Reed. Frankie Sloan, I'd go Olave, believe it or not. I'm leaning Olave. Ricardo Martinez, I'd go Mooney and Higgins. Ricardo Martinez, Mooney, and Higgins would be the two. Let's get another caller up on the line. It's going to be Mason. Mason's our next caller. Let's see what Mason wants to cover. Mason, what's good?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I got two questions. Do you like T. Higgins or Tank Dell this week?
Tank Dell, believe it or not. I think Tank Dell as that wide receiver too. Patriots are a bad pass defense outside of their number one corner in Christian Gonzalez, who's a stud. Gonzalez will be on Diggs. Could mean a very big day for Tank Dell. I think it'll be his best game of the season.
Gotcha. Okay. And then one more question. Bucky Irving or Rico Dowdle?
Yikes. I'm going to go with Bucky Irving barely, and it's because the Lions are an elite run defense. They're bad in the pass. They're elite in the run. So I'm just going to lean towards Bucky barely.
Okay. All right. That's all for me, man. Thank you.
Have a good one, Mason. Good luck today. Let's get to some more questions. Dom, I'd go Pickens. Dom, I'd go Pickens. Jordan, I'd go Tracy Jr. Jordan, I'd go Tracy Jr. Caleb Williams with a nice run. JJC, I'd go Jordan Love. JJC, I'd go Jordan Love. Drew, I'd go Wicks barely. I'm leaning Wicks just barely. We have a lot more picks to give out, everybody. We have given out probably about 12, 13 picks so far. We have over 30 picks left to give out. If you want free picks, either DM me on Instagram or throw some confetti in the air on TikTok. We've got a ton of picks to give out, everybody, so make sure you're getting them. Let's go to Felix Blood. Felix Blood's going to be our next caller. Felix, what's good?
What's up, man? Morning.
Good morning. How can I help you?
Okay, so I got my RB1 and RB2. It's going to be Bijan Robinson and Josh Jacobs today. So I need to know for my flex. I got Bucky Irvin in there right now, but I have on my bench Garrett Wilson, Joe Mixon, and Shaheed. Should I replace Bucky Irvin with any of those three?
It's really tough because I really want to say start Garrett Wilson. Are you in a PPR league?
Yeah, full PPR.
I think I go Garrett Wilson. It's super close, but I think the PPR points make a difference. I'll lean just slightly towards Garrett Wilson. Very tight, though. Very tight.
And how are we feeling about Joe Mixon? Then you're staying away from that?
For the most part, and the reason is the Patriots are a much better run defense than they are a pass defense. He's coming off an injury, so maybe they're going to kind of ease him back with the workload, and it's not a great run defense to go against, so I'm just not high on Joe Mixon this week.
Okay, and Shaheed, you don't think you would replace him with any of the I'm sorry.
With Shaheed, I'm running into the same problem. With Shaheed, he's a home run hitter. He either gets that one big pass that's like for 40 yards and a touchdown, or he's kind of quiet, especially with a young quarterback. The ambiguity around his value increases. So I want to play, you know, because you watch the show, I like guys who have a high floor because I want a safety net. Guys who have a high ceiling, anybody could have a high ceiling given any single week, but I want to make sure that floor is pretty high, so at worst, I'm getting production out of him. Shaheed, it's a good matchup, but with a rookie quarterback, inconsistency, I don't feel confident enough. Where Garrett Wilson, I know he's going to get thrown the ball a lot. I know he's going to get the ball a lot throughout the course of the day.
Okay, and so we're feeling good about Josh Jacobs and Bijan. Right?
Love him, very high on him.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Felix, good luck today. We're going to take another caller. Let's go to Josh. Josh is our next caller as the Bears have thrown a touchdown to Cole Kmet. Nice play. Josh, what's good?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Love and life. How can I help you?
All right, so I got a situation this week. I got 4 pretty decent running backs, but I can only start 3, and it's PPR. I got Bijan, I got Chuba, I got Bucky, and I got Tyrone Tracy.
I would sit Bucky. He's got the toughest matchup. I would go with the other 3.
Okay, and while I got you, I have one more question. I just completed a trade. I just wanted to see what you thought of it. I just acquired Jaden Daniels and Xavier Worthy for Devontae Adams and Jordan Love. What do you think of that?
What do I think of that? Who was the other player you got? Jaden Daniels and who?
Xavier Worthy.
It's a really interesting trade. The one thing I would say is I think you overpaid a little because what you're really paying for is Jaden Daniels playing like an MVP right now. Is he going to play like an MVP rest of season? Probably not. I think he's a superstar. So don't hear it wrong. I just think for rest of season, Love and Adams probably outscore the other 2. Probably. But it's all predicated on where Devontae Adams is traded. If Devontae Adams doesn't get traded, I freaking love this deal. For you. All right. If he stays a Raider, I love it. If he gets traded to the Jets or the Saints or some other team, I might like the other side a little bit more. But for the moment, I think it's a pretty fair deal.
Okay, and I was going to say, one of the reasons I let Devontae go is because I also have Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh, you got a lot. And by the way, and Xavier Worthy is a 4th wide receiver to sub in at times. It's a very deep wide receiver core. I like the move, knowing the depth you have at that position.
Okay, well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Josh, good luck today, and good luck the rest of the season with that trade. Let's go to Yep. Yep's going to be our next caller up on the line. Let's see what Yep wants to talk about. Spinning wheel of Depp on Yep. Yep, try us back. We're getting a bad connection here, so try us again a little bit later. Let's see if we can get the connection a little bit stronger. Guys, make sure you throw that pick in the air, throw that confetti in the air, everybody. Make sure you're throwing some confetti in the air. We give out our picks throughout the course of the show. Every time we see the live goal confetti go up in the air, or a TikTok subscriber. So we've got a lot of picks to still give out. Make sure you're hitting us up. Yeah, DJ Moore hasn't done anything yet. We're aware. We're watching. By the way, Jay Smith, don't spam the chat, dude. Don't spam the chat. I'm going to mute you now. Because that's annoying. Don't spam the chat. Daddy MC, I'd go Antonio Gibson. Daddy MC, Daddy McFaddy, I'd go Gibson. Daniel Chavez, I'd go Mayfield. Daniel Chavez, I'd go Mayfield. Brian, it's got to be live goal confetti, not emoji confetti. Man, 15-15, I'd go Ridley and Tolbert. Man, 15-15, I'd go Ridley and Tolbert. Nick, I'd go Tracy Jr. User 86, I don't like that deal. User 86, I don't like the deal. Nice touch, I'd go Olave. Nice touch, Eileen Olave. Bank, I'm okay starting the Atlanta defense. Andrew, I'd go Jammo. Andrew, I'd go Jammo. Beast mode, Bears got that touchdown with Komet. Good call. Nico, I'd go Olave. Nico, Eileen Olave, barely. D-Mar, I'd go Sutton. D-Mar, Eileen Sutton, just barely. Oh, Shanda the Wine Panda just threw some confetti in the air. Let's get another pickup on the board, everybody. Another pickup on the board. We are taking Steelers on the money line, everyone. Steelers on the money line. And let's give out another one. Not only do I like Steelers on the money line, I like Steelers Raiders to go under their total. Steelers Raiders under 40.5. Steelers Raiders under 40.5. You want to join the show as a caller? Hit us up. We love hearing it. Hunter, I'd go Gibson. Hunter, I'd go Gibson. Grant, I'd go Evans. Grant, I'd go Evans. Marvin Harrison Jr., second, very close. Noel, I'd go MHJ. Noel, I'd go MHJ. Bill, I'd go Harrison Jr. Bill, Harrison Jr. Sport Fluent Kyle, I'd go McBride. Sport Fluent Kyle, I lean towards McBride, just barely. Did Trevor Lawrence just throw an interception? Oh no, it's a fumble. Travis Etienne. Bears are in business, everybody. If you guys want to join the show as a caller, hit us up. Drew, I'd go Gibson. Drew, I'd go Gibson. Andrew, I'd go Bucky. Andrew, I'd go Bucky. Plugs Burton, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Plugs Burton, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Make sure you guys are hitting us up. Butt Fumble Sports, DM me on Instagram. We give away our picks for free every day. If you guys want every bet that I make every day for free, game picks, total plays, player prop bets, round robins, parlays, DM me on Instagram. All of them are free every single day. Butt Fumble Sports, DM me on Instagram. By the way, we have promos for the sports books that you may want to use. Use their money, use their offers each and every day. We have promos for DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, Underdog. They're all in our link tree. So hit the link in our TikTok bio and take advantage of some of the sportsbook promos today. Cole Tinker, I'd go Mooney, Robinson, and Flowers. Cole Tinker, Mooney, Robinson, and Flowers. Julian, I'd go Tracy Jr. Julian, Tracy Jr. Dylan Ham, I'd go Tolbert, barely, very close. Tyler, I'd go Flowers. Tyler, I'd go Flowers. FCD, I'd go Wandale Robinson. FCD, I'd go Wandale Robinson. Bill, appreciate you being with us. Thanks for the kind words. Cole Tinker, why no Deontay Johnson? Because the matchup is bad. I love when people ask for an explanation. Like, I can give it to you, but frankly, if you have doubt, then go with your gut. But I'm telling you what I would do. Dylan, I'd go Olave. Dylan, I'd go Olave. Enzo Boy, I'd go Fields. Enzo Boy, I'd go Fields. John Doe, I'd go Murray and Pickens. John Doe, Murray and Pickens, I think, very close. Let's go to John. Speaking of one of our favorite callers, one of our favorite followers, let's see what John's up to this morning. John, what's good?
What's good, brother, man? How you feeling today?
I'm sick as a dog, but it doesn't matter because I'm fighting through. You never know. I'm loving life because I get to talk football. What's good with you?
Right on. So, next week, when Cincinnati plays Cleveland, they're saying Chubb is making his debut. Who do you drop? Because he's coming off of IR, so then I have to drop somebody.
Yep.
Bigsby, Spears, Sermon. Which one of the three?
It would be Spears. It's between Sermon and Spears. Both are backups on their team, so I'm not valuing one too much. Spears to me is the one who has the least value because at least Sermon, when he plays, is the RB1 because he's only really playing when Jonathan Taylor's out. So if Jonathan Taylor is back completely and healthy, you could drop Sermon and keep Spears. But if somehow JT remains questionable, I'd be fine dropping Tajay Spears.
Okay. That's all I got, brother. I ain't going to... Yeah, I know you're trying to get through these fast, so...
John, you're the best, man. Appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate you, brother.
Be good. Enjoy your Sunday. Let's get to our next caller. It's going to be Luke Grasso. Let's see what Luke wants to talk about. Luke's next up on the line. Luke, what's good?
What's up?
How can I help you?
I just got a question.
Sure.
I have Isaiah Likely, Dalton Kincaid, and Kate Otten. Which one do you think I should start this week?
Hit me with them one more time.
Kate Otten, Isaiah Likely, and Dalton Kincaid.
It would be Cade Otton. Cade Otton would be the one I'd go with.
All right, and then I think I have Bucky, Tyrone Tracy, and Mixon. Which one?
I'd go Tyrone Tracy Jr.
All right, thank you.
I love the matchup against the Bengals. Thanks for the question, Luke. Good luck this week. If you want to join the show as a caller, hit us up. We're taking calls. Happy to take your call. Eric St. Patrick, I'd go Tank Dell. Eric St. Patrick, I'd go Tank Dell. Champ, I'd go Pollard. Champ, I'd go Pollard. Gav Nickel, I'd go Kraft. Gav Nickel, Eileen Kraft. By the way, remember when I told you guys at the beginning of the day that I love the under for this London game? It is 7-3, midway, about 10 minutes left in the second half. Only 10 points through this part of the game. Love it. Yamal, I'd go Ridley. Yamal, I'd go Ridley. Julian, I'd go Tracy Jr. Julian, I'd go Tracy Jr. just barely. Gregory, I'd go Cousins. Gregory, I'd go Cousins. OMT, I'd go Kraft. OMT, I'd go Kraft barely. Alex, I'd go Bucky. Alex Jaramillo, I'd go Bucky just barely. Barely positive, I'd go Ridley. Barely positive, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Appreciate the question. If you guys want to join the show as a caller, hit us up. If you want all of my picks for free, DM me on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports. DM me on Instagram for every bet I make every day for free. Barely Positive wants a pick. We just got more confetti. Every time we get the live goal confetti, we give out another free pick throughout the show. Let's get another pick up on the board, everybody. We're going to player prop bet world. I talked about this player prop bet earlier. Jordan Love, over 1.5 passing touchdowns. It has been a very consistent play. It's in 9 straight games. Jordan Love, over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Next pick up on the board. Let's go to some more questions. Zach Stinson, I'd go James Cook. Zach Stinson, I'd go James Cook. DA, I'd go Mike Evans. DA, I'd go Mike Evans. Appreciate the question, buddy. Gregory, I'd go Dell. Gregory, I'd go Dell. DA, I'd go Evans. Crazy Legs, I'd go Jaden Daniels and St. Brown. Jaden Daniels and St. Brown. Juan Marquez, I'd go Cousins. Juan Marquez, I'd go Cousins. CMC, I'd go James Cook. CMC, I'd go James Cook. Shanda the Wine Panda, I'm leaning Irving. I'm leaning Irving, Shanda, but I don't feel great about it. I am leaning Irving Irving just barely. Tired Timmy, I'd go Higgins. Tired Timmy, I'd go Higgins. OMT, I'd go Sermon. OMT, I'd go Sermon. Alex, I'd go Tank Dell. Alex, I'd go Tank Dell. Drew, I'd go Wicks. Drew, I'd go Wicks. Joey wants every pick I make every day. Joey, you just got him. Joey hit me up on Instagram, says, hey, BFS, would I be able to get your picks today? Love the show. Joey, you just got him. Hit that link. It takes you to the SHARPZ app. You can see every bet that I make every single day for free from now on. So there you go, Joey. All available to you for free. If you guys want every pick I make, DM me on Instagram. Landon, I'd go McLaurin. Very, very close. I wish you could start them both. I love both of them this week, but I'm going to go Terry McLaurin just barely. Tank Dell, Flowers, or Wan'Dale Robinson? Tank Dell. Dell over Flowers and Wan'Dale Robinson. Shanda the Wine Panda just subscribed for another month. Let's give away another pick to say thank you to Shanda the Wine Panda. Another pick going up on the big board. Let's see, everyone. Next pick is going to be Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard over 55.5 rushing yards. That's Chuba Hubbard over 55.5 rushing yards. Chuba Hubbard over 55.5 rushing yards. More picks coming soon. Let's go to Brent on the phone, though. Brent's our next caller. Brent, what's good?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Loving life. How can I help you?
So, I'm going to ask this for a flex. So, Cortland Sutton, Calvin Ridley, Josh Downs, Tolbert. I was going to do Shakir, but I don't want to wait till Monday because I don't know if he's going to be able to play.
Calvin Ridley should have a monster game. He's going up against a really bad pass defense in the Colts. I'd go Calvin Ridley.
Awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
You have a great day, Brent. Appreciate you supporting the show the way that you do. If you guys want to join the show as a caller, hit us up. We're taking guests. Caroline, I'd go Mike Evans. Caroline, I'd go Mike Evans just barely. Like them both, though. Cody, I'd go McBride. Cody, I'd go McBride just barely. Josh Wybara, I'd go Ridley and Slayton. Ridley and Slayton would be the two plays for me. Let's go. DJ Moore with the catch and a good game. Ayush, I'd go McLaurin. Ayush Kamat, I'd go McLaurin. 5-0 Danny, I'd go Dobbins. 5-0 Danny, I'd go Dobbins. K, I'd go Kraft. K-Q-U-E, I'd go Kraft. OMT, I'd go Wicks. OMT, I'd go with Wicks. Again, hit us up if you want our picks for free. DM me on Instagram if you want our picks for free. Morgan Young, I'd go Josh Jacobs. Morgan Young, I gotta go Josh Jacobs. Josh, I'd go Mooney. Josh, I'd go Mooney barely. I love James Cook, but I think Mooney's the safer play. Landon, I'd go Mike Evans. Brian, I think I lean towards Mixon. Brian, I lean Mixon just barely. Rebecca, I'm going to go Josh Downs. Rebecca Vance, I'm going to go Josh Downs on that one. Appreciate you guys watching the show. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're with us every time that we're live. Interception, Caleb Williams, a terrible pass. An absolutely god-awful pass right there. But it helps our underplay. That was an awful pass by Caleb Williams. Like, he floated it up there, a terrible throw. That said, we like that under, and that under is liking us. The under looking very, very good. But DJ Moore was wide open, and frankly, Caleb Williams threw a lollipop there. I'm not surprised it was intercepted. Drew, I'd go Freiermuth. Drew, I'd go Freiermuth. Steven, I'd go Olave. Steven Trellis, I'd go Olave. Drew, I'd go Higgins and Wicks. Drew, Higgins and Wicks. Aryan, I'd go Shaheed and McConkey. Aryan, I'd go Shaheed and McConkey. Abrunt, I'd go Tolbert. Tolbert over Chase Brown. Alexander, I do think James Cook's going to play. I do think it's worth risking him on Monday night. I think James Cook's going to play. Wizzo working, I'd go Ridley. Wizzo working, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Kalberg, I'd go Tank Dell. Kalberg, I'd go Tank Dell. User 63, Eileen Tracy just barely. Amari Cooper's got a great matchup, but I think Tracy Jr. has a better matchup, and I think I trust that offense actually a little bit more. FW Willie, trade Chubb for Achan. I'm actually okay with the trade. I'm okay with it. Tom Algier, I would start Tracy Jr., I think. It's close, though. I don't feel great about that one. Gregory, I'd go Ferguson. Gregory, I'd go Ferguson over Kincaid. You want every bet we make every day? DM me on Instagram. My wide receivers were CD, AJ, and Nico. Then Nico goes down on me. Drew, you're still okay. Manny Duarte, I'd go Tracy Jr. Manny Duarte, I'd go Tracy Jr. B, I'd go Sutton. B, I'd go Sutton. Will DeLeon, I'd go Jamison Williams. Jamison Williams. K, I'd go Olave over Kraft. The Dude, I'd go James Cook. The Dude, I'd go James Cook. Jonathan, I'd go Reed over Mooney. Jonathan, very close. I'll go Reed over Mooney, but very, very close. Want to join the show as a caller? Hit us up. We are taking calls. Levi, I'd go Sermon. Levi, I'd go Sermon. Asher Kaplan, I'm going to go Mooney. Asher Kaplan, I'll go Mooney. Jonathan 25, I'd go Reed. Jonathan 25, I'd go Reed. Joe, I'd go Najee. Joe, I'd go Najee. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're sharing the channel. When we hit 20 shares, we will give out another pick, but we haven't gotten any shares yet. So at 20 shares, we'll give out another free pick, a truly free pick. So make sure you're hitting that share button, everybody. By the way, that was the first pick of the year for the Jaguars. Jack, I'd go Goff. Jack, I'd go Goff. At 20 shares, we're giving out a free pick. Doesn't cost you a thing. Just share the channel. Corn Dog, I'd go Kirk. Corn Dog, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins would be the play. Tommy, I'd go Dell. Tommy, I'd go Tank Dell. Jonathan, 25. Eileen Kirk barely. Eileen Kirk barely. He was wide open, Respawn. It was just a terrible throw. He needed to throw a sharper throw, and he threw just a looper. It was just a bad throw. Dylan, I'd go Mooney. Dylan G, I'd go Mooney. Olivia, I'd go Kraft, I think. Olivia, Eileen Kraft, but I've been flipping back and forth on that one all morning, so I'm kind of torn on it. Brian, who for rest of season bench stash, I'd rather have Tank Bigsby. I'd rather have Bigsby. Jonathan, 25, I'd go Reed. Jonathan, 25, I'd go Reed. Mason, I'd go Tracy Jr. Mason, Tyrone Tracy over Chase Brown. Shad, I'd go Ray McLeod. Shad, I'd go Ray McLeod. User 639, got a lot of guys on bye weeks. Do I go 12 personnel? All right, whatever, dude. Brian, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. There's a way to ask a question and just make it easy, and there's a way to ask a question that makes it hard. I'm not going to do the questions that make it hard on me. I'm working pretty hard on it already. Mike M, I'd go Mike Evans. Mike M, I would sit Deontay Johnson. Mike M, I would sit Deontay Johnson. Let's go to Yep. Let's see what Yep wants to talk about. Yep, what's good?
Good morning.
How can I help you this morning?
I'm in a pickle, man. My backup flex guy is out, so now I'm down to Shaheed, or I could go get Tolbert, or I don't know what to do at this point.
I think you could start Shaheed. It's just a high-risk, high-reward play. I think Tolbert might be a little bit safer, but I don't necessarily know if I actually want to drop Shaheed to get him. So if you have to play Shaheed today, I'm okay with it. But if you're like, you know what, I'm fine dropping Tolbert, or I'm fine dropping Shaheed because I may not get him again, I wouldn't overthink it, but I think I'd rather play Shaheed.
That's where I'm at, man. Like, I don't know if I want to drop him or not.
Right, and I think he has some. I actually think people are overlooking Spencer Rattler. I think Spencer Rattler's more talented than people think. So, do I think he's going to have a monster game one of his career? No. But do I think he's going to be, like, awful? No. I think he's going to be somewhere in between. So, I think Shaheed's an okay start because that Bucs secondary has given up a lot of passing yards.
Okay, but Tolbert's the 2 in Dallas, right, or no?
See, that's the concern I have. The concern I have is Tolbert. But here's my thing. I don't think he's long-term value. I think that his value is like this week, next week, a few weeks of this middle stretch. So again, if you need the points this week, if you need a high floor this week, I would go Tolbert. But if you're saying, who would you have this week with the rest of the season in mind, I'd go Shaheed. Get what I'm going with?
Yeah, I can't have a guy that might last second trade me Bigsby for Shaheed. Would you go Bigsby over
Bigsby's
Shaheed,
playing right now.
Oh, shit, never mind.
He's literally playing as we speak. So, no, I wouldn't do that deal.
I hate all these times. Okay. All right.
Good luck on it, Yep. We're rooting for you, buddy.
For Shaheed. All right, man. See ya.
Let's get some other questions answered. Anthony, I'd go Amari Cooper. Anthony, Amari Cooper. Who you got, Jacksonville or Chicago? I took the Bears earlier in the week, but it doesn't matter now because the game's already underway. Lucas, do I start Gibson, Tracy Jr., or Slayton? I lean towards Tracy Jr. Lucas, I lean Tracy Jr. Potato Juice, I'd go Moss. Potato Juice, I'd go Moss. Betta, who do you trust more in fantasy this week? I trust Moss more. Lucas Films, I'd go Ridley and Wicks. Chris Films, Ridley and Wicks would be the 2. Lucas, I'd go Tyrone Tracy. Lucas, Tyrone Tracy. Anonymous Gaming, I'd go Josh Jacobs and I'd go Kamara. Josh Jacobs and Kamara. Hope you guys are loving the content, loving the show. K Sosa, I'd go Jordan Love. K Sosa, I'm leaning Jordan Love barely. Rylan, I'd go Amari Cooper. Rylan, I'd go Amari Cooper. Chase, I go Mooney. Chase, I go Mooney. Gabriel, I'd go Burrow. Gabriel, I'd go Joe Burrow. Brian, I'd go Baker. Brian, I'd go Baker just barely. Very close, though. Chase, I go Mooney. Connor James, I think I go Pittman. Connor James, I lean Pittman, but I don't like either one this week. Bill R, I'd go Pitts. Bill R, I'd go Pitts. Booty Snacker, I'd go Mayfield. Booty, I'd go Mayfield. Appreciate the questions. Hope you guys are loving the show. If you are, hit that follow button. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. We will give out a free pick with one more share, everybody. One more share for a free pick. Daniel Sanchez, I'd go Tank Dell. Daniel Sanchez, I lean Tank Dell just barely. Appreciate the question. We're up to 20 shares. We owe you guys a free pick. Next free pick we are putting up on the board, everybody. Free pick going up on the board. You guys ready? The next free pick that we are going to, let's go to another player prop bet, everyone. I am going to take Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown. Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown. That is the next pick we're putting up on the board. All of our picks are available for free every single day. They're never behind a paywall. I never charge for them. All you got to do is DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports. DM me on Instagram to get every bet that I make every day for free. We give away our picks. They're never behind a paywall. I never charge for them. So DM me on Instagram, everyone. Butt Fumble Sports. Anthony, I'd go Falcons defense. Anthony, I'd go Falcons defense. Ryan, I'm leaning slightly towards Bucky. Ryan, I lean towards Bucky Irving barely. Chicken Wing, I'd go Kyler Murray. Chicken Wing, I'd go Kyler Murray. Bill R, I'd go James Cook. No. Bill R, I'll go Tracy. Bill R, I'll go Tracy Jr. Barely. Barely over James Cook. Anthony, stop spamming the chat, buddy. Stop spamming the chat. I gotta mute you. Don't spam the chat. Mike D, I think I lean towards Daniel Jones, barely, but I don't feel great about it. Nobody, I'd go Mike Evans. Nobody, I'd go Mike Evans. Slosh Byron, I'd go Flowers. Slosh Byron, I'd go Flowers. Tristan Toronto, I'd go Cooper. Tristan Toronto, I'd go Cooper. The Dude, I'd go Jamison Williams. The Dude, I'd go Jamison Williams. Drew, I'd go Kyler. Drew, I'd go Kyler. Moshit, I'd go Kraft. Moshit, I'd go Kraft. Richard Romero, I'd go Wicks. Richard Romero, I'd go Wicks. Brendan Foley, I'd go Tracy Jr. Brendan Foley, Tracy Jr. Rayleigh's Selfish. Rayleigh's Selfish, I'd go Love. Jordan Love. Gundy, I'd go Jaden Daniels. Gundy, I'd go Jaden Daniels. Appreciate the questions. Appreciate all of those joining the show. If you want to join as a caller, we are allowing callers to join the show. So hit us up on TikTok. You can join as a guest and get your question answered. User 5928, I'd go Gibson. 5928, I'd go Gibson. Will, I'd go Tracy Jr. just barely, very close. Butt Fumble Fantasy, I'd go Tyrone Tracy. Butt Fumble Fantasy, I'd go Tyrone Tracy. Cooper, I'd go Chris Olave. Cooper, I'd go Chris Olave. If you haven't done so already, hit that follow button, everybody. Kev, I'd go Goff. Kev, I'd go Jared Goff. Aiden Blackwood, I'd go Kyle Pitts. Aiden Blackwood, I'd go Kyle Pitts. Juan, I'd go Baker Mayfield. Juan, I'd go Baker Mayfield. DJ, I'd go Schultz. DJ, I'd go Dalton Schultz. Juan Cardona, I'd go Baker. Juan Cardona, I'd go Baker. Seth Edwards, I think it's Brown if he's healthy. If Brown is healthy, I'd go Chase Brown. User 59, go Hoosiers. You know I went there for my undergrad at the journalism school. Then I went back to get my MBA at the business school. I am a Indiana Hoosier 2 times over. Very proud of my football team. They won this week because they were on a bye. Oh, it's Max. User 59. Appreciate you joining us. Hope you're loving the show. We are live across all of our platforms, but it's always nice to see a friend jump in the chat. Max, thanks for joining us. Hoosiers. Hope you're enjoying your day, buddy. Enzo the Pooh, I'd go Tank Dell. Enzo the Pooh, I'd go Tank Dell. Keeney, I'd go Mooney. Keeney, I'd go Mooney. Ryan, I'd go Amari Cooper. Ryan, I'd go Amari Cooper. By the way, Adunze having himself a good game so far. We told you he was going to be in for a good one. It's my username. I'd go Wandale Robinson. It's my username. I'd go Wandale Robinson. T. Chambers, I'd go Garrett Wilson. T. Chambers, I lean Garrett Wilson on this one. Jongwalla, I'd go Love. Jongwalla, I'd go Love just barely. Who's got the higher floor? Slayton. Slayton has the higher floor. Slayton has the higher floor between the players you just brought up. Man, Caleb Williams is slinging it, everybody. Funky Town, howdy to ya. Hope you're having a great Sunday, buddy. Walker P. Tank Bigsby's already playing, buddy. Walker P. Tank Bigsby's already playing, so it has to be Wicks. Wicks would be the play. Don't spam the chat, Walker P. Yeah, I gotta mute you. Don't spam the chat, guys. I'll have to mute you if you spam the chat. Luke, I'd go McConkey. Luke, I'd go McConkey. B-Rock, I'd go Ridley. B-Rock, I'd go Calvin Ridley. If you guys want my picks, DM me on Instagram. We give away our picks for free every day. Hit me up. Funky Town, I'd go Pickens. Funky Town, Eileen Pickens just barely. DM me on Instagram if you want every bet that I make every day for free. Levi, I'd go Pollard. Levi, I'd go Pollard. Brutt, I'd go Chris Godwin. Brutt, I'd go Chris Godwin. Anthony, I'd go Breece Hall. Anthony, I'd actually go Breece Hall. Matt, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Matt, I'd go Kirk Cousins just barely. Another nice catch. This one by Keenan Allen. First down, Chicago Bears. By the way, we took Caleb Williams at over 224.5 passing yards. Feel good about that one, just given how he's been slinging it. That said, we also took the under. Under's looking very good, very good. Luke, I'd go Chuba Hubbard. Luke, I'd go Chuba Hubbard just barely. Chuba Hubbard just barely. Adrian, I'd go Downs. Adrian, I'd go Downs, but I don't like either one really. Nicholas, I'd go Ray McLeod. Nicholas, I'd go Nicholas, I'm going to change that. Nicholas, I'm going to go Michael Wilson. Nicholas, I'm going to go Michael Wilson. Jared, do I trust Cook? Yep, I do. Deserved, I'd go Tracy. Deserved, I'd go Tracy. KQUE, I'd go Tank Dell. KQUE, I'd go Tank Dell. Do you want every bet that I make every day for free? DM me on Instagram. We've already given out a ton of picks. We have a ton of picks to go. So make sure you're DMing me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports. DM me on Instagram to get every bet that I make every single day for free. Never behind a paywall. Never hide them. Never delete them. They're always accessible. So make sure you guys are not only joining us for our shows, make sure you're also joining the picks community. MJS, I'd go Algier. MJS, I'd go Algier. DJ, I think I go Dell. DJ, it's between McLaurin and Dell. I love all three. I'm going to go Dell just barely. Michael, I'd go Irving. Michael, I'd go Bucky Irving. Brian, I wouldn't do the deal. Brian, I wouldn't do the deal. I don't think it's good value for you, actually. Beast Mode, I don't trust Roman Wilson. I don't trust Roman Wilson. McHale, I'd go Amari Cooper. McHale, I'd go Amari Cooper. Oh, wow. We almost got our Josh Hines sack. Caleb Williams. Down to the 3. Timeout by the Chicago Bears. What a run by Caleb Williams. Nate, Mooney or Dell? I'd go Dell. Nate, I'd go Dell. Danny Cortez, I'd go Tracy. Danny Cortez, I'd go Tracy. Get some, I'd go Tolbert. Get some, I do like Tolbert today. Man, I wanted that sack by Josh Hines Allen. Grayson, I'd go Bucky Irving. Grayson, I'd go Bucky Irving. By the way, I just want to say this for all the people who are doubting Caleb Williams. Watch this game. The interception was really bad. Don't get me wrong. The interception was bad. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from Caleb Williams. His throwing is better. His decision-making, for the most part, is better. I love that he's using his legs more and more, especially against a defense that's trying to take away the pass. I think Caleb Williams is making massive strides over the last 3-4 weeks of football. I know Jaden Daniels is in another stratosphere right now because of how he's playing, but I think Caleb Williams deserves some credit right now. I think Caleb Williams has done a brilliant job. I think he's playing great football. I think so highly of him right now. Throw to the end zone. Cole Kmet, touchdown. Cole Kmet, second touchdown of the day. Caleb Williams on fire. And the Bears take what is now a 10-point lead, could be an 11-point lead with the extra point. The Chicago Bears en fuego on this Sunday morning. Congratulations to all my friends in Chicago or all the Bears fans around the world. You must be excited. This is a great throw. What a throw. What a play. Chicago Bears touchdown. Dominic, I'd go Higgins. Dominic, I'd go Higgins. Bobby Cash, I'd go Marvin Harrison Jr. Bobby Cash, Marvin Harrison Jr. Eli, I'd go Marvin Harrison Jr. Eli, Marvin Harrison Jr. KK, I'd go James Cook. KK, I'd go James Cook. 69 Kevo, I'd go Amari Cooper. 69 Kevo, Amari Cooper. Toby, I'd go Tucker Kraft. Toby, I'd go Tucker Kraft. Drew Schneider, I'd go Amari Cooper. Drew Schneider, I'd go Amari Cooper. Betta, I'd go Moss. Betta, I'd go Moss. Toby, BTJ is already playing, buddy. Toby, BTJ is already playing. Mason, I go Tyrone Tracy. Mason, I go Tyrone Tracy. Appreciate the question. Brent, Eileen Fields. Brent, Eileen Fields. Alex Mendez, I'd go Amari Cooper. Alex Mendez, Amari Cooper. Mike, I'd go Dak Prescott. Mike, I go Dak Prescott. Liam H, I'd go Pollard. Liam H, I'd go Pollard. Brent, I'd go Fields. Brent, I'd go Fields. I know there's a risk he could be benched. I can't think about that. I can't get concerned about that. I just have to trust the matchup and trust the opportunity. New Jersey memes, Montgomery and Reed. New Jersey memes, Montgomery and Reed. Bobby Cash, Josh Jacobs. Bobby Cash, Josh Jacobs. Quishine, I'd go Rattler. Quishine, I'd go Rattler. Funky Town, I'd go Moss. Funky Town, I'd go Moss. Randy, I'd go Sherman. Randy, Sherman. Randy, I'd go Sermon over Dobbins. Sermon over Dobbins. KK, I think James Cook's going to play Monday night. Beast Mode, I told you guys, I thought Caleb Williams was going to have a very big game. Jacksonville's one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL. I thought Caleb Williams would have a massive game. So far, 2 passing touchdowns, a lot of passing yards. I really like the Caleb Williams play so far today. I think there's a lot of value there. Make sure you guys DM me on Instagram. Again, we give away all of our picks for free every single day. Carter Quinn just hit me up on Instagram. Carter Quinn says, I want every pick you make every day. Carter, you just got it. Every bet that I make every day for free. So DM me on Instagram, everyone. The Chance Davis, I'd go Montgomery. The Chance Davis, I go Montgomery just barely. Josh, I go Mike Evans. Josh, I go Mike Evans. Jerry, I'd go Kyler Murray. Jerry, I'd go Murray over Love. The American Gordon, I'd go Moss. The American Gordon, Eileen Moss just barely. Josh, I go Mike Evans. User 3566, I'd go Lamar. I think I'd go Lamar in a DFS play. Hope you guys are loving the content. Hope you're loving the show. Right now, I'm loving my picks that we had for this game early on. Hope you guys are enjoying all of the content and all the picks we put up on the board. Again, as a reminder, we give away our picks for free every single day, so just DM me on Instagram. Didier Williams, I'd go Tank Dell. Didier Williams, I'd go Tank Dell. Mike, I would not make that deal. Mike, I would not make that. I would not drop Bucky for Mostert. Wouldn't do it. Daniel Sanchez, trade Cup for Bijan? Yes, I would. Daniel Sanchez, yes, I would. Hojo, I'd go Jacobs. Hojo, I'd go Jacobs. User 73, I'm leaning slightly towards Daniel Jones, believe it or not. Do I feel great about that? I don't. Sam, I'd go Pollard. Oh, I have to bench one. Sam, I'd bench Wan'Dale Robinson. Sam, I'd bench Wan'Dale Robinson. Appreciate the questions. Appreciate the support. Hope you guys are loving the content and loving the show.